Before beginning work on a Camseal Camseal, operational safety procedures should be in place to ensure that the system is de-energized and all sources of energy are locked out and tagged out. When repairing a Camseal Camseal, it is not necessary to remove the actuator from the bonnet. Simply remove the bonnet and actuator in one piece. This way you do not have to reset the actuator stops and limit switches. After the bonnet and actuator assembly are removed, you can start removing the trim from the valve. To remove the trim, the two cams will need to be turned 90 degrees at the same time in opposite directions. You will then be able to remove the cartridge from the valve body. The cartridge will include a thrust washer, a Belleville washer, and a graphite gasket. All of these parts are included in the new repair kit. None of these parts will be reused. Should the valve have metallic seals in the body-to-bonnet or cartridge-to-body area, stop all work and refer to the instruction manual. Special cleaning and surface preparation must be completed before using the new graphitic seals. If you have questions about these seals or the cleaning process, contact your local authorized Camseal representative. With the valve apart and the cartridge removed, the gasket surfaces need to be cleaned. Any graphite residue needs to be removed using plastic non-marring tools. Scotch-Brite can also be used to clean the surface. If the surface is deeply scratched during this process, the new seal may fail under pressure, permanently destroying the valve. Both the bonnet gasket and the cartridge sealing surface needs to be cleaned. Move your tools or Scotch-Brite in a circular motion. You do not want to scratch linearly across the surface. The bonnet gasket surface must be cleaned using non-marring tools. The graphite gasket consists of graphite and foil layers. It will split into fine layers as it is removed. Remove the old gasket material and clean the surface with Scotch-Brite. The final surface should be clean, free of all old gasket material and smooth. The repair kit includes a new cartridge, 2 new cams, a thrust washer, a Belleville washer, and 2 new gaskets, a bonnet-to-body gasket and a cartridge-to-body gasket. The repair kit does not include a packing set. Rarely does the packing in a Camseal Camseal need to be replaced. The Camseal's larger packing chamber and concentric loaded design ensures a long life of the packing. If packing is required, the stem can be removed from the bonnet and the packing can be replaced. Contact your Camseal representative for packing kit. The washer is designed so that they can only be installed in the correct order. The Belleville washer should be placed so that the cone of the washer is facing outward. The cartridge has flats located on each side that match with the inside of the body. This is to ensure that the cartridge is installed in the correct direction. The new cams are installed. Do not use the old cams. The D side of the cam will face the cartridge. At this point, the lines on the top of the cams will be perpendicular to the pipe. The cams will be turned simultaneously in opposite directions. It is best practice to have the D facing inwards towards the center of the pipe. Once the cams are turned 90 degrees, the lines on the top of the cam should be parallel with the pipe. The bonnet gasket will be installed next. Do not coat the gasket with grease or anti-seize. Anti-seize on the gasket surface can result in a leak. The gasket should be installed dry. Bonnet with the actuator still installed can now be installed. Follow standard bolting procedures. Crisscross tighten pattern. Bolts should be torqued per the specification in the instruction and operation manual. Once the bonnet is correctly tightened back to the proper torque specification, you can now check the packing gland torque. In the instruction manual, you will find a proper torque specification for the packing. The Camseal packing gland tool makes this a simple process. Although the actuator was never removed from the bonnet, it is always a good practice to check the stops and travel indication on the valve and actuator. Proper alignment of the travel stops will ensure a tight sealing of the valve in the closed position and a longer service life of the valve.